I love that Nintendo Switch!
What's going on, Switch fam? It is your boy QKG, and today I know it's probably been a few days too late. I was definitely trying to do a day one review on this game, but I had some major moves happening, and I got some big things that's about to go down on this channel. So stay tuned for your boy. But pretty much, we're gonna just dive not too far into Doom, the game itself, because I mean, come on, let's be honest. Like you've seen the review scores on this junk. Like, people love this game. So let me just go ahead and dive into how it performs on Switch, or, you know, if there's anything you need to look out for, because this game has been cooking. It's been a bun in the oven for, like, I think it was almost a year over what it could have been. If it would have extended out even further, like, bruh, like, it would have, that would have been bad. But one thing I will say gameplay-wise, just for a brief moment, if you just have no idea if you want to buy this game or not, but what I will say, and definitely compared to Doom 2016, which was one of my favorite games, the game built on everything that Doom 1 had done perfectly. This is a game I can see myself playing, you know, as much as I did Doom 2016. Like, I still kept that boy handy no matter where I went, especially if I took my Switch case with me and I had all my games. I made sure Doom was in there. So as much as I played the original Doom and owned it on PC and Switch, and how this is built on, like, I almost was putting way too much time into it. But the game has even more replayability than it did, even more depth than it did before, and the game is just, it adds so much more just goodness to the already perfect formula. Like, this game is overly perfect is what I can say. When it comes down to the game, that's just me being brief, honest, not scripted. There you go. But when it comes down to the performance, Panic Button did it again. They delivered just like they did the first time, and I expected even more downgrades to be on this, and come to find out, the game actually even loaded pretty quick, which definitely seemed like it was much faster than the first time. And also, whenever it gets getting into those super crazy hectic gunfights, the frame rate still holds its own. Now, I won't lie to you guys, there was probably one or two more crazy times where I was just ripping all through alien butt cheeks, and maybe that frame drop did dip a little bit under 30, and it was noticeable. So I will say that if, depending on how things get, because I was in one of the Slayer rooms and I was just going nuts in there, but that's the only time that I've really noticed a heavy frame drop was when I was ever in a Slayer room and it was getting super crazy. But that's pretty much it. But when it comes down to just running through like the game's story, I really didn't notice any like crazy like pop-ups or like fuzziness or anything like that. The game still performed pretty good. And I played mostly in handheld mode, and then when I went to go record gameplay and I put it on my TV, I was still even blown away because I didn't even put it on the TV yet until I started taking gameplay. So even the fact that it looks great docked and in handheld mode is a plus. And I mean, it's Doom. Like, what else do I gotta say? Now, a new installment that I gotta let you guys know about that I'm kind of iffy on is actually the battle mode. Not to say that I don't like this mode, but I might come into it every now and again just because I actually kind of like the concept of it. You actually play as one player is playing as a buffed up Slayer and two other players are playing as demons. And it's a round-based format to where you have to kill those two demons while the players are controlling them, and the two demons are trying to kill the Slayer. So with that being said, at first I was like, I am completely against this idea because I actually kind of did like Doom's multiplayer. I did play it quite a bit, but when I thought about the idea on paper, I was like, that actually adds to a different level of competition because, like, let's just keep this real. Like, Doom, not only this game is more challenging, but it's more fun. There's so many different ways that you can now destroy those demons, especially with the new arm blade that he has, that new shoulder cannon, and just how many, and the blood punch. Bro, it's so many different things that you can use in this game. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, when I played this, it took forever to get into a match. It was definitely not what I expected. It was actually more fun than I thought. But at the same time, when I think of the Doom's multiplayer and how that was and how they had that balance, I still enjoyed it. I know some people didn't like it, but me personally, I did enjoy it. And taking a twist on this now, it felt more of, I'm not going to say a party game. It didn't feel as competitive, but it definitely felt like it was something just to, you know, play around like, hey, let's hunt the Slayer down if you're playing as a demon. And if you're the Slayer, then you just got to kill every single thing and not die. So it has that competitive level to it. It definitely does. But I don't see this being no esport thing I think it can turn into it with something built on top of it. But currently, right now, it was fun. I definitely played as a Marauder. It looks like it just wasn't as popular on Switch. It seems like everybody is either playing just the single player and they're not really messing with the battle mode like that, because it took a long time for me to get in. But pretty much other than that, that's the only downside that I kind of don't like about the game is the battle mode, but I like it at the same time. So it's in a weird little spot. So that's pretty much what I'll say about the battle modes. I like it, but then I kind of don't. So overall, when it comes down to the performance of the game, it runs smooth, runs great. There's only been a few times I've had some brain dips when I was in some of those Slayer areas, and it got kind of crazy. But other than that, it's been a great experience, docked and in handheld mode, and excuse me. It's been a great experience in docked and in handheld mode. And for me, as much as I played Doom 2016, I can tell I had to download, and of course I had to download this boy. I am probably never gonna uninstall it just because it's one of those games that I got to keep. It's just like Smash. Like, you guys have never seen any Smash content on this channel, and you know what? I'm sorry, I did y'all a disservice because I got so many different things planned on this channel that are definitely about to be set in motion because I've been making a lot of moves thanks to some really good people. But I love Smash. And y'all think this is okay. I just watched the freaking Sephiroth trailer for the 800th time just now. I don't know why I'm sliding this into my review, but you guys get the point. Your boy got some moves going on. I don't know where I got into all this. Let's get back to the review. And to conclude this review, I'm definitely going to start iterating just numbers that represent the phrases that I used to use, like the fire, the needs work, the decent, all that stuff. So this game and everything that I've covered in this video, I love the game. It was definitely everything built on the first game, which was great. But the battle mode, it definitely didn't seem like it was well populated, so it really doesn't seem like it's going to be playing that too much. But hopefully if the community builds up a little bit more, it may have some more replayability on that end. So I would definitely have to give this game a solid 4.5 out of 5, which that's a fire. But the only reason it did not get a 5 out of 5 is just because the battle mode was just honestly just one thing I really didn't like that much. It is fun. It is a little different from what I was used to, but definitely at the same time, it wasn't as populated, so it just seems like that portion of the game is just kind of stuck right now until the community builds up. I mean, if the community builds up and, you know, this turns out to be a lot of content dumped into it, by all means, cool. But it seems like they were definitely doing the DLC expansion packs, which is kind of a smart idea. So I would like to thank you guys for tuning into this video, and as always, leave your comments down below on what you think about this review. And definitely also slide over to my Discord server if you guys have any questions, you just want to post link and just chop it up like homies, definitely slide over to my Discord server. So I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in. This is your boy QKG, and peace out.